Hi Bill, thanks for coming in. Before we begin, I will inform you that anything you tell me today is strictly confidential. Your privacy is 100% protected, so although we will store your file in our database, the only people with access to it are our staff and volunteers, such as myself. Each one of us has signed a confidentiality agreement. Your file will be stored for 7 years and then destroyed. Now what would you like to know? You can appeal your wife's rejected bail application at the Supreme Court. However, you will need a skilled criminal defense attorney to complete the process for you. I would recommend Potts Lawyers, Advi Law, or the Australian Law Group. While we can provide you with legal advice, this is a community centre and therefore cannot represent you in court. I understand that solicitors come with a hefty price tag, but there are ways to get around that. You can first apply for legal representation at Legal Aid. However, if your application is not accepted, you can negotiate prices with your lawyer of choice. That is not an uncommon question, so in preparation for your arrival today, I have studied similar cases. I know this may come as a shock to you, but it can take anywhere between 1 and 3 years for the trial to be completed. The average sentencing for this type of case is around 2 to 5 years. You will have to call the watch house and ask them about that. I can give you a referral to some financial support agencies, for example, Centrelink, Emergency Relief, and Anglicare. The biggest piece of advice I can give to you is to find work. There are community daycare centres like Centricare who can watch and educate young children for free or a reduced price. Initially, there will be an arraignment in which the judge will list the charges and your wife can decide to either plead guilty or not guilty. If she pleads guilty, the judge will set a date for the sentencing hearing, most likely in the next few months. If she pleads not guilty, a date for a preliminary hearing will be set, in which a judge will examine the evidence presented and decide whether there is sufficient evidence to bring the case to trial. In the trial, the prosecution and defense will plead their cases until a verdict is reached. If she is found guilty, the judge will set a date for sentencing. If she's found not guilty, she will be free to go. Based on what you have told me, I would recommend pleading guilty. It seems as though the police have enough evidence for a guilty verdict, and in similar cases, pleading guilty can offer leniency for sentencing. It can also save a lot of time and money in the court process. However, it is up to Charlene how she decides to plead. Do you understand? Alright, and do you have any further questions? No? Okay, well I appreciate you coming in today, Bill. Don't hesitate to contact me if you require further information.